What is going on, my people? Welcome back to another video. Thanks for stopping by and tuning in to another one. You are freaking amazing. So guys, today's video, we're going to be going over the best brawlers in every single rarity. One of my absolute favorite ranking videos to do here on YouTube. And as you all know, we just got done with an update with a fresh set of balance changes, which means a lot of things are going to be changing in the meta that we're currently in. In my personal opinion, I feel like this set of balance changes was pretty dang docile. I don't think there's going to be any standout brawlers that are really incredibly OP. With the exception from 8-bit. I think 8-bit is still going to be really good moving forward, but I still think that the best brawlers in every single rarity is pretty dang important with this meta moving forward. So what we're going to be doing is having a pro player on, like we always do here on the channel, in order to support the pro players as well, get some really good input from the competitive scene. We have Tyrant Star in the midst today. Make sure to go check out his links in the description down below. I would greatly appreciate that. He's going to be carrying us through some gameplay in today's video with the best brawlers in every single rarity. So if you guys are all pumped up for today's video, let's get straight away into it. Here we go. Okay guys, so heading into our very first rarity, and that is the Trophy Row Brawlers. And I'm not gonna lie, this is always the hardest brawler to pick when you're deciphering the best brawlers in every single rarity, because we have so many different brawlers amongst us to pick from that are thriving. Mind you that, but the best brawler amongst all of these is definitely 8-bit. 8-bit is so incredibly good, still broken. He got a nerf in the last set of balance changes, but it's not holding him back whatsoever. He still has extra life, which is really broken in multiple different game modes. We have Showdown is really good in, as well as Lone Star moving forward. It's really good in all the game modes. Extra life, whenever you can have yourself respawning on the map whenever you die, can definitely work in your benefit. So 8-bit is definitely the best, even though there are so many different really good brawlers like Tick, as well as Nita and Brock, really good. But 8-bit definitely the best amongst them all. So we're going to see how Tyrant Star does in a game here. Let's see how we do. Okay guys, so heading into our match with 8-bit, Tyrant Star guiding us in this match. So we'll see what happens here. So I'm assuming Slash is going to be playing mid with Jean. Beastnayer is going to be going supportive or roaming with Barley, which is really good in this map. Lobbers are insanely good in this map. And then Tyrant Star is trying to hold down that Rosa as the aggro kind of threat or supportive threat that we have for our team, which, you know what, I think is really good. I think 8-bit is a really solid counter to Rosa. So we'll see how this works. We have the new the new Barley skin on the enemy team, so we get to see that full-fledged. We haven't seen that yet on the channel, which is sick. Slash able to pull in someone else, and I'm not gonna lie, this is a pretty easy breezy game so far. It's honestly just a team of pro players. We have Slash, which is an insanely good pro player. We have Tyrant Star, which is another insanely good pro player, and then Beastnayer is also really good as well. I don't know if he's been playing in the pro scene or anything like that, but I know firsthand with playing with him, he's a really good player as well. So the only player that we have to defend against is the Rosa at 372 HP, but he or she goes down to 8-bit's wrath, and there we go. Our very first win with our best Trophy Row Brawler, 8-bit. Let's hop into the rares. Here we go. Okay guys, so heading into our best rare brawler, and the best rare brawler amongst them all is going to be Poco. Now this is a really tricky one, because every single one of the rare brawlers are insanely good. Primo, really good in Brawl Ball as a ball scorer. Rosa just got a buff in the last set of balance changes, and she's always been really good. And Barley's a really good supportive character that we just saw in the last game. But Poco holds them all just because of his aggro presence right now with Screeching Solo. Even though Screeching Solo got a nerf in the last set of balance changes, I still think it's one of the best star powers in the entire game by far, as well as I feel like he fits into multiple different game modes right now, especially with Screeching Solo. So I think Poco is the best one amongst them all, just because all the other brawlers are a little bit more game mode specific. Maybe not so much Barley and Rosa, but other than that, I think Poco can really fit into multiple different game modes, and the game modes that he really thrives in are him really thriving in them, like best of the best. So let's see how Tyrant Star can manage with Poco in the next game. Here we go. Okay guys, so hopping into our match with Poco, we'll see what Tyrant Star has in store for us. We're going to be hopping into Brawl, and we'll see here. Now, the best game modes in order to like thrive with Poco is definitely Brawl or Gem Grab. Poco has been like flourishing, especially with screeching solo into other game modes, rather than just being a gem carry and gem grab, like sometimes in Siege, as well as Brawl. Sometimes in Heist. He's just all around really good in multiple different game modes right now, so make sure to keep that in mind when you're playing with Poco. So right now we're rocking it. We're going up against the Nita. We took out the Nita. We have the bear inbound though right now. We're really going up against a really tank heavy team comp right now with Daryl as well as Primo. And I'm not gonna lie, the enemy team comp is full of ball scorers. So for example, if Primo fails, then we have Daryl in the back burner in order to like use the super to kick it forward and then kick it in. But it's a very aggro team. It's not very control based team, which is why I like our team comp just a tiny bit better. We have the aggro pressure from BB as well as the control support from Poco, and then the damage dealing from Spike at the back burner. And like as you can see with the super control there, picking up our second goal, easy victory with the star player from Tyrant Star, very well deserving. Poco really OP in the meta right now. Why don't we hop into the super rare brawlers? Here we go. Okay guys, so heading into our best super rare brawler, and that is going to be Carl. Now, we don't have a lot of brawlers to choose from in the super rare rarity. We have 4 different brawlers, and in my personal opinion, I don't think a lot of the super rare brawlers are that dominant if you compare them to like the rare brawlers. For that example, I think the rare brawlers are well better off than the super rare brawlers, but I think Carl is one of those resident sleepers, people who don't necessarily think that Carl is that insanely good. He has a lot of mobility with his super. He has a lot of damage potential in multiple different game modes. I think he's an overall really good brawler in order to push up your trophies with, and definitely the best amongst Penny, Daryl, as well as Rico. Make sure to let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about that opinion. I think that's like the closest one amongst all of them. But yeah, we'll see how Tyrant Star does with Carl in game. Here we go. Okay, so heading into our match with Carl, we'll see how Tyrant Star does with him. Like I said before, he's very versatile. I think he can play in multiple different game modes. I shouldn't say I think. I know he can play in like Siege, he can play in Gem Grab, he can play in Bounty. He has that long range potential, though he did just get a nerf in the last set of balance changes that isn't very significant, being that he has like a duration decreased when he is throwing against walls for added damage in like boss fight. Sometimes in other game modes, I think he has to wait like half a second, something like that, when he throws it up against a wall before his boomerang returns to him, or he can shoot again. But again, I don't think that makes that much of a difference in like game modes such as Gem Grab. In certain circumstances it's going to be, but again, I don't think it's going to be that big of a difference. So we'll see how he does here. So we're up against 2 Mortis as well as a Jean. It's going to be a little bit of a tricky team comp, but I don't think our team comp is going to have that big of a problem against them. It's a very aggro team comp, the enemy team, but we also have some aggro pressure. We have Carl with the super as well as BB with the added movement speed, but those slashes using the second star power for the shield when she's running. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if that's the best star power, but I do see a lot of pro players playing with that, and I need to get some reasoning as to why people are playing with that. But maybe that's the meta now moving forward. So we're 9-5 here. I think we potentially should win this match moving forward. We'll have to see though. A lot of uncanny things can happen inside of Gem Grab. So we have the countdown. We just have to stay alive for 12 seconds here. We're up against a Mortis as well as Jean, though Jean has pull, so they might get lucky with a good pull. Have to be careful here. Oh, they pulled Beastinator. Okay, they have 11 gems. Beastinator or Slash has to take out someone. Nice. Slash is running away, getting the shield back. Not going to be able to take out with the Mortis pressure there by far. When you have a shield going on, especially on BB. Mortis is going to have a really hard time going for a brawler like B. So really good game there. Really close at the end, but commendable for the pro players on our side. So very good game going up against 900 brawlers. Sick game. Hopping into the Mythic Brawlers. Here we go. Okay guys, so hopping into the absolute best epic brawler inside the game. I'm sure a lot of you guys know who it is by now, and that is going to be Piper. I think the toss-up is between Piper as well as BB, though BB just got a nerf in the last set of balance changes, as well as Piper. But I think Piper is still versatile on multiple different game modes with Snappy Sniping. Snappy Sniping got hit twice now in multiple different balance changes, but it's still such a great star power. And it makes her really, really versatile in multiple different game modes, which is exactly what I want to see in her, being able to play in other game modes other than Bounty. So I think Piper's still your best epic brawler moving forward, and I agree with Tyrant Star pick here. So we'll see what Tyrant Star has to do with Piper in this next game. Here we go. Okay guys, so heading into our match with Piper on Bounty. So we'll see what Tyrant Star does in this game mode. Like you've all known with Bounty, it can be a little bit lackluster in game excitement. It sometimes isn't that super fun to watch, but still, we'll have to see here. Depends on who we're playing up against. We're a pro team comp, but if the team that we're going up against isn't super pro and they like go super aggro and stuff like that, might make it a lot more fun to watch. But we're up against a Penny, a Piper, and a Mortis, so it's a really, really good team comp. But we have a really, really good team on our side. We have Slash as Jean, we have Beastnair as Brock, as well as Tyrant as Piper. So it's a really, really good team comp for a map like this. Really wide open map, especially if you can blow apart the map. So right now we are 8-1, which is a really, really good lead compared to the enemy team comp. Mortis flubbing the shots on that wall, which you don't like to see. Mortis's kryptonite is the corners of walls. I will take that to my grave. So here we go. Penny ended up putting down a mortar, but it really doesn't make a difference. We took it out really, really quickly. When you blow apart the map like that, and it really allows Penny to, or I should say it doesn't allow Penny to flourish on the map. You really don't have that many spots to put a mortar, especially if you have a Brock and a Piper in your team. You can really blow apart the map. Makes it like a traditional Bounty map. So we are 21-5. I don't really think this is going to go any other way other than our team winning here. You can come back from Bounty deficits. You really can, but not this big of a deficit. Tyrant Star has max Bounty, flexing with the Piper, and supering at the very end. And there we go, 27-5. That's what I'm talking about. Epic Brawler, best in the class, is going to be Piper. So heading into the best Mythic Brawler, here we go. Okay guys, so heading into our best Mythic Brawler, and that is going to be Jean. And this one is pretty straightforward. I think a lot of people can agree with me on this one, competitive or competitive not. Mortis isn't that crazy good. He just got a nerf in the last set of balance changes. I think he's the second best Mythic Brawler. And then Tara, she's been having a hard time. The only thing that really holds her into her position is her super, being able to make clutch plays. But Mythic, I would say Jean, being able to make those really, really clutch moments, really, really consistent in multiple different game modes. Gem Grab, he's really, really good in Siege. He's really, really good in Bounty, multiple different game modes. And I think Jean is going to be your best Mythic Brawler moving forward for a really, really long time to come. So we'll see how Tyrant Star does in this match with Jean. Here we go. Okay, so heading into our match with Jean, we'll have to see what game mode Tyrant wanted to play on. Okay, so we have Gem Grab, which is probably the best game mode for Jean. He's a really, really good gem carrier, and I think he's going to be one of the best gem carriers, if not the best gem carriers moving forward, especially with this meta. We have Slash rocking Primo going up against a Shelly at the moment. Just popped Band-Aid, didn't make a difference. Band-Aid probably the most underwhelming star power when it comes to Shelly. I would say the slowdown star power is a little bit better on Shelly moving forward with these balance changes as well as the meta. It only heals you 1,800 damage. It really, really took a hit from 5,400 to 2,000, now to 1,800. So we are really, really rocking things. We have 6 gems compared to their 1. They have a very aggro team here. Depending on the Poco, if they have Screeching Soul on the Poco, then it would be a little bit more, even more aggro. With Daryl being a very aggro brawler as well as Shelly being a very aggro brawler, but we have some control to our team. The only brawler that is like a little tiny bit weird in Gem Grab is Dynamite, but this is like kind of the exception on this map. Lobbers are really, really good here, and as you can see, we are 11-0. The pro players really putting in work here, asserting their dominance. slash rocking that epic Rudo new skin, and I love it a lot. So we are undefeated in today's video. Let's head into our final rarity in the game, and that is the legendary brawlers. Here we go. Okay guys, so heading into the final rarity inside the game, the best brawler amongst all the legendary brawlers is going to be the newest brawler inside the game, Sandy. Sandy is incredibly good. The only other brawler that really stands a chance is Spike. Spike is also really good. I'd say top 10 best brawlers inside the game, but with Sandy, the ability to deliver invisibility to the rest of your teammates in multiple different game modes is insanely good. It's one of the reasons why Leon is still one of the best brawlers inside the game. That invisibility mechanic, being able to carry him in like game modes such as Showdown and Gem Grab, being able to get those objective kills. So Sandy moving forward as the absolute best legendary brawler amongst the four, though I want to preface that he's not like overpowered in the meta. He's not like a Rosa when she was first released, which is really nice. So we'll see how Tyrant Star does with Sandy moving forward in this game. Here we go. Okay, so heading into our match with Sandy, we'll see what Tyrant Star does with the newest brawler inside the game. And I'm not gonna lie, you guys, Sandy is really fun. I should say he. It's gonna be really hard for me to get used to that. He. I feel like he's like multi-gendered. He looks a lot like girl in my personal opinion. I'm saying that right now. You can quote Ray on that. But he is incredibly good in the meta right now. He's a good supportive brawler on multiple different game modes like Brawl, which we're seeing right now, as well as like a gem carry and gem grab. He's really good in Siege. He's just a really solid brawler in order to take you into your team on multiple different game modes in the meta right now. As you can see, we just scored a quick goal right off the get-go. We're up against a Frank, a Leon, as well as a Colt. We just threw down a super, which is like the creme de la creme. What makes Sandy so incredibly good? We can just score such easy goals so quickly, and we're going to be able to score this second goal super easily against the enemy team. We had 2 supers on the enemy team in that last game, but Sandy most definitely going to be coming in as your best legendary brawler. So yeah guys, hopefully you all enjoyed today's video on the best brawlers in every single rarity. Like I said before, make sure to let me know in the comments down below what you think about all the picks. Do you agree with them? As well as make sure to keep in mind that this is from a pro player's perspective, the pro competitive scene inside of Brawl Stars. It might be a tiny bit different from what you're used to inside of your trophy range, but it really doesn't make that much of a difference. So it'd be really cool if you leave in the comments down below what you think in the very end. So yeah guys, if you did enjoy the video, make sure to slap a like on it. Really appreciate that. Also consider hitting that subscribe button down below, be a part of the Ray fam. I would truly appreciate it. So with that being said, make sure to keep having fun in Brawl Stars, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace out.